Hello, I'm Suhaimi Sulaiman, and you are watching Focus Economy. In this program, we discuss new bright sparks in the economy that will help bring us out of the economic gloom. Now, if you think managing human resources is tough, try managing goats, worms, and prawns. That is what we will discuss today, how to be innovative and creative in the world of farming, aquaculture, and agriculture. Today, we are very proud indeed to have bright young people who are helping the nation in the area of food security. We'll discuss the opportunities and challenges. Let us share and meet them and listen to their stories. On my left is Muhammad Razi Mat Yusuf. He's the chairman of True Aqua Enterprise. Yes, he's the prawn man. He's an expert in freshwater prawns. And we have with us also Encik Kamal Ibrahim, CEO of Mimizu Agrotech Sdn Bhd. He's the worm man. He sells worms, And we also have Saiful Munir, chairman of Al Falah Agro Ventures Sdn Bhd. He's the goat man. He sells muttons. Okay, now we're quite familiar with freshwater prawns and goats and mutton, basically. Now, tell us about this worm business.
Okay. Worms are worms, earthworms and red. Okay. In Malaysia, actually, the industry started about 4 or 5 years ago. And in Selangor, you have places in Skinchan, Sungai Besar, where they rear worms in a small way. And when I got to know this business or this project about 6 months or 1 year ago, I wasn't too convinced worms being worms. But when I look at the figures, being a banker myself, I look at the figures, I look at the multiplication, I look at the opportunities, I became convinced. Then I look at it and say, hey, this is the return is mind-boggling, you know, if you could sell it. And the other thing that I got interested into was the contribution, earth-friendly, you know, friendly to the environment. Producing organic compost. We call it vermicompost. And it's good for the body. At the same time, you take care of the environment. And you know, what we eat, actually. There's a lot of chemical fertilizer. Chemical in it is not good. So you're using compost or vermicompost, it's good, healthy.
So the audience might want to know, so what do you do with these worms? Do you sell them like 2 kilograms of worms today for so-and-so, or do you put it in the ground, or how do you treat?
Let me start with worms, for example. You take 1 kilogram of worms, you put it in what we call media. The media is actually a mix of sawdust and plus, you know, goats droppings and all that. It's a mix, 60-40 ratio. You put the worms inside there. If it's okay, the worm will stay inside. The thing about worms, if it's not okay, it will crawl out. If it's okay, you just live there peacefully, happily, and start breeding.
So that's your fertilizer at the end of the day? Oh no.
The old worm will eat that, and whatever comes out of the worm is the fertilizer.
Interesting. And you make good money out of this?
Make good money. It's a 20, it's about 65% conversion rate.
Okay, that's the worm story. We'll get the details from the worm. No, being creative in selling worms. Maybe you can share with us.
I beg to differ. It's not selling worms.
It's selling worms that will change into
worms is one of the products. Actually, it's vermicompost that we sell, and we produce pellets from this vermicompost for you know, for fish, for cattle, and all that. And at the same time, there's also another product, the base for cosmetic. You know, now women may be surprised that what they put on their face could have base from worms.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Whitening cream, for example.
Whitening cream.
The base is from worm. So I think it's a replacement of placenta. I'm not too sure about that. But there is a research going on, and which we are going into that in the near future. But immediately, our main focus is to sell vermicompost, pellets for fish and all that, and also what we call vermi tea. It's not tea for drinking, but tea to spray your orchid with. That is a high value product. You know, 1 liter could, well, as much as 60 ringgit, depending on the price of your orchid. So we're looking into that. At the same time, we're giving training. We want my main focus here is to develop vendors. I have about 50 now, about to sign the what do you call contract farming agreement, where we will guarantee buyback from them. And we want to create them, give them opportunity to survive in this environment where, you know, there's hardship. Jobs are hard to come by and whatnot. And we will be the anchor. We will market our product to the local councils and whatnot, agricultural growers, vegetable growers, and we'll do that for them. But as far as they're concerned, when they sign this agreement, they follow a formula or recipe, we'll buy back from them at a certain price. So they are guaranteed for 1 year or 2 years. They can have a small place at home and whatnot. Let's say start off with 5 kilograms.
Yes.
And then by 6 months, they could get enough money to pay the rental. So this is what I feel that we can contribute, and at the same time is the back to what do you call that? You scratch my back.
Are many people taking up this offer?
Well,
I guess
as
education.
As of now, I have about 100 people interested to start this. And we are new. We just started our first shipment of worm from Indonesia on the 4th of this month. It's 500 kilograms, and the capacity of the plant is about 10 ton. So the logistics involved and whatnot, the marketing, the packaging is all new. And to date, we have spent about nearly 800,000.
Interesting. Yeah, I love the cosmetic part. So now we can go to your place to get whitening cream. If you go to Mimizu's Agrotech's website, you see a very nice picture of a very systematic production, logistics and all that.
Yes.
Now, what is the potential, cross-borders, international, Asia-Pacific?
Well, that is our aim, actually, to go global. And for that matter, I'm trying to get halal certification, not only to, because vermicompost produced even in China, in Thailand, and what they use actually can be questionable.
Yes.
So I'm trying to get that halal certification. I'm writing to HDC, but there's a drawback because fertilizers is not part of the product that they certify as halal. But if I do get that, I'm going to do the first. So, you can see Middle East, Brunei and whatnot, it's a big one. But even in Malaysia itself, the market is big because we are importing hundreds of millions of ringgit of fertilizer every year. And the bulk of it will be chemical fertilizer. But if I'm not mistaken, next year or year after, the government is going to introduce legislation to ban the use of chemical fertilizer for plant, for food production, vegetables and paddy and whatnot. So there's a potential. I see that. At the same time, down the line, we are thinking of recycling. In US, in Hawaii, in US, in Europe, they have this bins at home where they convert domestic waste into fertilizer for own use. So that is a byproduct of that.
A very good opportunity. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us today. And for you viewers out there, if you need more information, you can just go to their website. You just Google True Aqua. You can just Google Mimizu Agrotech. You just Google Alpha Agroventures. That's what I did. And that's why we came with this really, really great opportunity for them to meet and also for us to learn more. Thank you so much for being on this show. And if you have any comments, just send it to our the email address is on your screen right now. Thank you so much. We'll see you again next week.